Well, I'm not surprised, people. I told you. I fucking told you that we were gonna get our asses beat. I told you. But of course, all the delusional little dumbass 16, 17-year-old homers in this fan base wanted to sit here and call me a fake fan, saying that I need to have more faith in this team. But yeah, like, what am I supposed to have faith in after what happened today? I mean, Kenny Pickett. I'm look, I'm not gonna blame him at all, and I'm getting tired of people blaming him too. This shit needs to stop. Now, yeah, he did have a couple of really bad throws when we were deep in the Eagles' territory. At the same time, I think it's like these receivers. Most of them are playing like they just don't give a shit. They're running their routes pretty lazy. They're hardly putting in any effort at all. And I'm telling you, like, in the off season, we have work to do, and we need to get Kenny Pickett some help on offense, or else we're going to end up ruining his career. It's facts. But yeah, like I said, I am not surprised by this at all. But this game should show you what happens when a fun and entertaining to watch Super Bowl contender goes up against the lamest, most boring team in football. And the most boring team in football is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Outside of watching Kenny Pickett learn and develop, look, Kenny Pickett did everything he could to make this game competitive. But of course, there were some rookie mistakes here and there. And no, the interception that he threw at the end, well, not at the very end, but like late in the game when it was already garbage time and the game was out of reach, that wasn't his fault. It was just great play by the Eagles defense, tipping the ball up. And if that ball isn't tipped, it's likely a touchdown by Pat Freiermuth. But yeah, the fact is, Kenny Pickett needs help. We need to build this team around Kenny Pickett before we ruin him. So we sit at 2-6. We're one of the worst teams in football, if not the worst team in football. Because at least teams like the Lions, the Jags, and maybe even the Texans can actually show a little bit of effort and urgency here and there. This team doesn't care, and this team has, it's so, like, what do you expect Kenny Pickett to do against a Super Bowl contender undefeated Eagles when he has little to no talent around him? The only good players on offense today were, I want to say George Pickens, but he had a catch out of bounds, and of course, one of his big catches got called back for DPI. But of course, I still think he's one of the only bright spots in this offense at all. Him, Pat Freiermuth, and maybe Jalen Warren. But yeah, I'm going to say it right here. Najee Harris is a bust. And yes, I said it. Najee Harris is a bust. There was one play where he had all the room in the world to run on a pass, right? But what does he do? He's too busy shuffling his feet. Like, what the fuck are you doing, Najee? You gotta run. Run forward. Like, stop trying to, like, shuffle a deck with your feet out there. Like, damn. And then, of course, what I really want to get to is the offensive line. My God. The offensive line played like ass. Like ass. Illegal formation after legal formation, holding penalties, not being able to give Kenny Pickett good pass protection. And even when he does, the receivers couldn't get open. And of course, this offensive line needs a boot in the ass. That's what the fuck they need after this game. They need a straight up boot in the ass. Like, what the fuck? Offensive line. Dan Moore, Chukwuekorfor, you all suck. I mean, Kenny Pickett got sacked like 6 times today, and the strip sack that the Eagles got on him, that was squarely on the offensive line because Kenny Pickett was even trying to move out of the way. So yeah, I want to hear how that's Kenny Pickett's fault. I really do. How is it his fault that the offense just let him down today for the most part? I mean, besides maybe some potential shown by Kenny Pickett, I mean, what else is there to be positive about besides maybe that one good play call by Matt Canada on 4th and goal at the 1, where Claypool took the jet sweep from Kenny Pickett and then he just threw it in the end zone to a wide open Derek Watt. Like, why can't we be like that creative on offense more often? Like, that was a great play, don't get me wrong. I mean, that's something that the Kansas City Chiefs would do. But man, but I'm sorry, Matt Canada needs to be fired. The bald-headed stooge needs to go. I'm done defending him. But this game is squarely on the offensive line and our garbage-ass secondary, more specifically, Witherspoon, Whiffer Trash, got burnt left and right by A.J. Brown. I mean, this guy pissed on us. Literally. I mean, he was pointing his fingers like, you can't cover me, I got 3 touchdowns, you can't cover me. That's what A.J. Brown was saying to us. And want to know what's pathetic? Okay, look. Like, when the third A.J. Brown touchdown happened, right? When Jalen Hurts just lofted it to the end zone, I said, A.J. Brown touchdown, watch. And bam, A.J. Brown catches it, I called it. A.J. Brown just rubbed his nutsack all over our defense today. Jalen Hurts rubbed his nutsack all over our defense today. I mean, this game was, yeah. I expected this game to go even worse than it actually did, but it was still a shitty-ass game. Have I seen worse performances? Of course. This game could have easily been worse. And it's sad that Kenny Pickett was doing everything he could to keep this game competitive. So do not blame this loss on Kenny Pickett. I mean, yeah, it's not like he played fantastic. Yes, he made some rookie mistakes. But he was one of the only players that came to play ball today at all. So yeah, the Pittsburgh Steelers are by far the most boring team in football. Offense, boring. Defense without TJ Watt, boring. I mean, just everything about the Steelers is boring right now. Everything. Literally everything. So we're 2-6 heading into our bye week. This team is nothing but a fat pile of shit. Outside of maybe 1 or 2 good players. This team is just flat out awful. They're lame, boring, stupid. I mean, watching this team feels more like a chore than a hobby. Truth be told. I mean, that's how fucking bad this team is. Bottom of the AFC North. I could literally make the argument that the Lions, the Jaguars, and even the Houston Texans are better than us this year. I'm not even kidding. 35-13, we get blown the fuck out in Philly, just like I said we would. Much like the Bills game, I'm not surprised. Much like both Chiefs games last year, regular season and playoffs. I am not surprised. But I can tell you, this is gonna be a long 2 to 3 year rebuild, maybe even a 4-year rebuild. I mean, this team's gonna suck for the next couple of years, including this one. Not much else to say here. This team is straight garbage. This is the worst start we've had since 2013, and I'd rather watch the 2013 Pittsburgh Steelers than watch the 2022 Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm out. Happy Halloween. Fuck this season.